Hi class. I hope that you guys are being really good for the sub. What I want you to do is I want you to get your math books out and follow along with me. We are on page 539. Please feel free to pause this video at any time, rewind it if needed, to go at your speed. I will be checking on Wednesday if you've actually filled out the same things I have. Okay, our first problem today is a coding camp has places for 100 students. So far, 60 of the places are filled. Write a fraction in hundredths and in tenths and a decimal in hundredths and in tenths to show the part of 100 places that are filled. Okay, so we are writing a fraction and writing a decimal, and we're writing 2 of each. Okay, the thing that we need to remember is the difference between tenths and hundredths. So I'm going to draw out a place value chart just so that I can remember where everything goes. Okay, so there's 100 students, or there's places for 100 students, and so far only 60 of them are filled. Okay, so I'm going to start by writing a fraction in hundredths because that one is the easiest one because it already gives me the information. So there's the fraction in hundredths, 60 hundredths. It then asks for it in tenths. So I have to look at it. There's 2 ways to look at it. We could say that we could cross out a 0 from the top and a 0 from the bottom, which is the same thing as saying divided by 10. And then I get 6 tenths. 60 hundredths and 6 tenths are equivalent fractions. Okay, it then wants you to write a decimal with the hundredths and the tenths. Okay, so again, I'm going to write a decimal with the fraction it gave me originally, which is this 60 hundredths. 60 hundredths. I'm also going to use this. There's 0 ones. I have no whole numbers. No whole numbers. Okay, I have 60 hundredths. Okay, so this is my decimal. This is actually also my decimal with tenths. What we do is we drop the 0 because the 0 is not necessarily needed on the end. It's just a placeholder to know our place value. We put a 0 on the end if it's saying 60 hundredths, if we're using cents, like 60 cents, we keep that 0 at the end. But the equivalent decimal to it is also 60 tenths, just like the equivalent fraction to 60 hundredths is 6 tenths, which I know I said 60 tenths back there, 6 tenths. You guys understand. Again, remember, if I'm going too fast for you, pause it. Okay, we're going to go and look at this. So each model represents 100 coding camp places. This is in hundredths and this is in tenths. These are equivalent because the same part, the same amount is shaded. And this one, 60 small squares are shaded, and this one, 6 sections are shaded. And so we get the same amount. And then a place value chart, just like I did in that first problem. Okay, we're going to skip this page, and we're going to go right to number 6. Write a decimal equivalent or equal to 2 tenths. Draw a model that shows the fraction and the decimal. Show your work. Okay, we don't necessarily need to draw a model. I would count doing a place value chart, which you should get in the hang of because it will help you on the rise, and when you start doing 5th grade math, it will help you. Okay, and I will count it as a model. Okay. So you have to write a decimal that's equivalent to 2/10. I'm going to start by writing 2/10 in my place value chart. Okay, you might notice that 2/10 doesn't go into the hundredths place. So sorry, I'm just making sure I'm doing this correctly, which, by the way, I did. This is the answer. I was trying to overcomplicate it. Okay, this is the decimal that's equivalent to 2/10. Okay, doing this will get you all you need. You don't need to actually do a, like an actual model. This counts as your model. Okay, so then go on to number 7. The week before Folk Dancing Festival, 83 hundredths of the tickets have been sold. Write in a decimal equivalent to 83 hundredths. Again, what I'm going to do is I am going to write a place value chart. Because place value chart, something happened with my pen. Place value charts are going to be your best friends. Especially when in 5th grade you start doing thousandths place on top of all of this. Okay, so I have 83 hundredths, which means my last digit's going to be in the hundredths. It's going to be wherever this one is telling me it is. And so 83 decimal, and there's no ones place. So 83 hundredths is our solution. Okay, it wants a mixed number. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit different. Again, I'm going to do my best friend, the place value chart. Okay, so I do have a ones. I have 7 in the ones place. Then I have, it says 9/10, so I'm not actually going to use the hundredths place. I'm just going to put that 9 in the tenths, where it says 9/10, 9/10. So that means my decimal is 7 and 9/10. Okay, these green pages, I'm only going to do a couple just to show you, just so you have more examples. At the side of your page, there's the vocabulary if you need to look at it more. But this one wants us to write a decimal equivalent to 3/10 in the place value chart. Okay, there's no ones. There's no whole number right here. So I'm going to put 0. And then I have 3/10. 3 in the 10th spot. Okay, then I'm going to move on to number 2. Write the decimal equivalent to 55 hundredths in the place value chart. Okay, I know it's going to end in hundredths because hundredths, there's no ones place, so 55 hundredths. This one doesn't want you to use a place value chart, but you can if you want to. Okay, there's no ones. Then the decimal point, 75. Okay, I hope you're getting this. You can rewatch this as many times as you need. We're going to skip this one. And this is your assignment for today. This is on Google Classroom. It's labeled Day 2 Math on the 4th grade Google Classroom. I know the checklist got skewed up, but you know what to do. You've done this before. It's going to look like this. You are doing every problem, which it does say in the instructions on Google Classroom, but You don't like to listen to me when I'm there, so how would you listen to me when I'm not? Okay, so you're doing every single one of these. Every single one of these. Okay. For all of them, you are doing the decimal equivalent to each fraction or mixed number. So I'll do a couple. So 2/10. If you want to have a place value chart somewhere where you just plug things in as needed, if that helps you. Okay, I just happen to have an extra page back here, so I can keep that down there so I can kind of look at it. 200ths. Ooh, 200ths. This one's a little bit more tricky because I don't have anything that goes in the tenths place. So I have to remember to put that 0 and then that 2. That is 200ths. Okay, the rest you can do on your own. Please watch this video again if you need help. Please use the place value chart. Okay, put it on your desk, put it on a whiteboard, put it on a blank piece of paper, and use it to help figure out all of these answers. Okay, please be good. Please listen to instructions. You guys are awesome. I hope you have a great day.